It's okay. Off your mind, it's okay. Off your mind,
Chai! Now wow, people wey suppose talk truth to power don off mic. And if we talk, now 500,000 they go sama us, call them hate speech. But fear not, my ego don't come. Ingo torchlight every corner, nooks and cranny of all these bad people where they spoil our country. So my people make we laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Can in the touchlight every corner, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Okay, some people be they holla say they want the power. Chai, them be promise us say we go get light and power. Them hustle sote they can't get the power. But now they know they do anything with the power. Every day, dollar just they get the higher power. Over naira, see them talk say make we off mind. But thank God say my ego don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My people make we shout, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, man of the masses, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. My ego die politico, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. This one not the off in mind, oh yo yo. My ego don't come, oh yo yo. Person where they do evil, no one make person talk. Them say that my egun, that man too they talk. He too they talk. Say my egun diary, he they hot like pepper. But every day then they take money in bulk. Poor man picking, they the street they hawk. Still them talk say make we no talk. But thank God say my egun don't come. So my people make you laugh, oh yo yo. My egun don't come, oh yo yo. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Lórí Facebook lórí YouTube. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Mayegun diary politico. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgbọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun diary Nayibi number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ijó ìgbádìí yẹ. ẹ̀sìn tó bá rúfin o. Máyégún wà ní. Àní ẹ̀sùn rà jù.
Today. Hello there. Good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. And good evening to you from wherever you are joining us. This is Mayegun live. Thank you so much for joining me, brethren. Remember, as you are joining and tuning in, after reading the caption of the broadcast, please read the description of the broadcast as well. Like the broadcast. Then share it to invite your friends and your not so friendly friends, your frenemies. Tell them all that Mayegun today, Mayegun is live. Today, the leader of the IPOB, indigenous people of Biafra, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, came to court in continuation of what we believe as the continuation of the persecution. They call it a retrial of terrorism charges against Nnamdi Kanu. Nigeria has expended enough resources to try to dampen the spirit of the Biafrans, especially the new Biafrans led by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. APC, Egbekebe, that decided to criminalize self-determination in a democracy where people have the right, at least, to express themselves, even if they disagree with the status quo, especially the marginalization of the Biafran, which is more or less like systemic, that gave Mazi Nnamdi Kanu the biggest voice, right, that all of us believe has caused so much discomfort within the camp of the supposed powerful owner of Nigeria, that they had to break so many laws, their own laws and international laws. How far can they go? We don't know. But every step of the way, it has been proven, right, that they had no case against Nnamdi Kanu. The last time they actually took them up on their supposed trumped up charges, from treasonable felony to terrorism to God knows what next. It has been an arrangement, right, to deny him the justice, lock him up, and as they say, justice delay, some says it's not justice denied, but it's beginning to look so. As majority agrees that this is actually not right, you know, it is the persecution of a man that decided to speak up for his own people. Something that a lot of them in this current arrangement, this contraption, are mostly like proud of. I'm speaking for my people. I'm speaking for my people. So the Supreme Court that returned the case of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the retrial court brought about this. They seem to have followed some of what the Supreme Court said, but not all of it, especially the one that nullified the withdrawal of his bail, according to the Supreme Court. Yeah, if Nigeria says they have a case against Nnamdi Kanu, then it's up to them to prove that. But he could actually be attending such case from home. The revocation of his bail, the Supreme Court says, was wrong. But nothing is done about that. So today, like they are starting afresh. The same time when they brought the first treasonable felony charges against Nnamdi Kanu, it lasted for about a year and a half and got thrown out. He defeated them then because they had no evidence. And that is why, while they locked Nnamdi Kanu up in the solitary confinement, being punished, tortured, psychologically and physically, They are sponsoring different kinds of violence in the eastern part of Nigeria. And they have been doing everything to link that to Nnamdi Kanu demand that they locked up in their solitary confinement. Even as corrupt as their courts is, in this case of Nnamdi Kanu, where they actually act based on the available evidence, he has been proven to have no single case. Nigeria has no case against him. That's the point. So they've started calling witnesses that they claim would have to, give evidence behind the curtain. Nnamdi Kanu won't see their faces, but they will be giving evidences against a man, right, that they are afraid of facing in the open. So the first witness who tried everything to make it more or less look like Nnamdi Kanu lives in Nigeria. And therefore, because in their first outing, they were told that if they actually have to try Nnamdi Kanu, they will need to go to London and try him there. That will be the first place that their case should start from, because Nnamdi Kanu lives in the UK, a place where it is, a place from where it's been broadcasting and sharing his message. The message is that through Nigeria, corrupt system and their government into total disarray, confusion. So they lost the first time. So this second time, they are trying to build a case to make it look like Nnamdi Kanu lives in Nigeria. And in fact, it was from Nigeria he's been preaching his Biafra and other trumped up nonsense that they have been trying to link to him. Remember, back then it was the first witness. The second witness is named BBB, for security reason. We don't know him, but he appeared to be a DSS witness that claims to have interviewed or interrogated Mazi Nnamdi Kanu when he was extraordinarily renditioned from Kenya by the Malamu Bokwari's murderous regime. So in the cross-examination, in which I'm going to possibly read back to you, back to back, okay? So the lead counsel, the former Attorney General of Nigeria, Kanu Agabi, I actually had to go and read about the guy. So the rejig of Nnamdi Kanu's legal team now have the former Attorney General of Nigeria, Kanu Agabi, as the lead counsel. And he was actually the one that questioned their witness BBB. So this morning, when Mazi arrived in court, we're going to start from that, ladies and gentlemen. So as you are joining, remember, share the broadcast. Let's go to that courtroom to see what happened today.
Come this way.
Daddy, on this chocolate biscuit. Daddy, I want chocolate biscuit.
Okay, come.
That was this morning. Thank you very much, my lady. Latu, Aruna. I know, I look like a BSc. Thank you. So what happened inside the court when Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer cross-examined what was like evidence presented by the DSS in the last 3 hearings. So when the question and answer time came, it became obvious again that the supposed witness gave evidence, and evidence relied upon by the prosecuting team, the prosecution team. The witness, when confronted by the defense team, Agabi, most of his answers were, I don't know, I'm not aware, I don't know. I'm talking about they are questioning him based on the supposed evidence he presented, videos he presented, this document he presented, stuffs he presented as relating to their own prosecution of Nnamdi Kanu. So let me take you through that, right? So today in court, it is said that the defense team led by Kanu Agabi introduced his team of lawyers to the court, in which the witness called is like a PW2, prosecution witness 2, or BBB. So we'll call him witness BBB or just witness. So they said he stated and tendered a medical report indicating the cause of death of Ahmed Gulak in 2021, right? I think it was the 30th of, the 30th of May 2021, when Ahmed Gulak, a PDP chieftain, was assassinated in Owerri, Imo State. And then they try to now link it to the remembrance, the Biafran Remembrance Day, to remember all the lost, all the people lost during the Biafran War, right? As a remembrance, it is general. And on that day, without being enforced, right, people are advised to sit at home. It is voluntary until they weaponize it. Now they are trying to link that to Nnamdi Kanu. So let's go to this interaction. Please listen carefully, because for every sort of like a question, the response also does matter, especially if you are probing someone who is a star witness and whose evidence is believed to be what they are relying upon to convict Nnamdi Kanu for a crime is not committed. Trumped up charges, right? Self-determination or demand for referendum is not a crime anywhere. Peaceful demand for self-determination, right? Anyway, let's go on. So the transcript or the transcription of the cross-examination proceedings between Agabi and this witness. So, Agabi, you obtained a video statement from the defendant, the witness. Yes, my lord. Agabi, in that statement, only the defendant and his lawyers were visible. Witness, yes. Agabi, the video was not complete. Are we able to see those who conducted the interview? Were you wearing mask? Witness, I cannot remember, my lord. Agabi, for how long was the defendant in detention before you made the video? The witness, I don't know. I'm not aware of his long detention, my lord. Defendant has been kept alone in cell, all by himself. Agabi, but you must understand that solitary confinement is punishment. If that's what you mean, it's a punishment. Did you keep him in solitary confinement because he is a danger to himself or the society? The witness, I'm not aware he was in solitary confinement. Agabi, you subjected Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to solitary confinement? Witness, I'm not aware or how long the defendant has been in detention. Agabi, do you know the minimum days to keep someone in solitary confinement? Witness, from United Nations law, you can't keep someone for more than 15 days. Agabi, the long detention of this gentleman has caused him unhappiness. Witness, I am not aware. Agabi, are you aware this gentleman has been in detention for 4 years after the interview? The defendant has become very unhappy and frustrated. Witness, I am not aware. Agabi, this prolonged detention is not through a court order. Witness, I don't know. Agabi, defendant was arrested in 2015. Witness, I am not aware, my lord. I was not part of the investigation, my lord. Agabi, do you know some of the charges were dropped? Witness, I do not know. I don't know about the previous charge, my lord. Agabi, following the amendments, several charges have been dropped. The witness, I do not know, my lord. Agabi, all the charges, only 3 was attributed to the defendant. Witness, I don't know. Agabi, do you know that the charges were amended 6 days after his arrest or kidnapping? Witness, I'm not aware, my lord. Agabi, in fact, at the time, the charges have been pending in court for 6 years. Witness, I am not aware. Agabi, it is from this letter you become aware of this case. Like, is it from this letter you became aware of this case? Witness, I'm not aware, my lord. Agabi, before you received the directives from your office, were you aware of this matter? Witness, I don't know, my lord. Agabi, in the letter, he presented the letter. The witness presented the letter the last time. And he read the content of the letter as well, remember? Agabi, in the letter, the Attorney General of the Federation complained about the complaints he had received. What was the response of your office? Witness, I don't know, my lord. Agabi, the only investigation you conducted was the video interview. Witness, it was not so, my lord. Agabi, I put it to you, you did not conduct any other interview. Witness, I did, but the documents are in my office. Everyone in court laughed out. Agabi, after you received the Attorney General of the Federation's directives, the charges were again amended. Witness, I am just an investigator. I am not aware of the contents of the charges, my lord. Agabi, in that directives, the Attorney General of the Federation already had given you his conclusion. Did you issue reports after that investigation? Witness, yes, I did. Agabi, I put it to you that charges remain the same after the directives of the AGF, Attorney General of the Federation. Witness, I do not know how, my lord. Agabi, now I put it to you that you were influenced by Attorney General of the Federation's letter. Witness, no, my lord. Agabi, Southwest governors came together and agreed to form a vigilante group. Witness, I am aware the governors did so. Agabi, did you get a letter from Attorney General of the Federation to complain about the killings of innocent people? The witness, I am aware the Southwest governors formed Amotekun. At that point, the cross-examination, right, ended. In which, because, they claimed that there were some documents that they expected, to have been given to them, the defense, before today, but they were not given to them. So they would have kind of like scrutinized it, check it, say, where have you before, they can, admit it or reject it whatsoever. So because of that, the court has now adjourned to the 21st and 22nd of this month. Star witness, I do not know. I am not aware. I don't know, my lord. I don't know how, my lord. So that tells you what you need to know. So what exactly do you know, Mr. Star Witness? What? You must know something, right? It is not about knowing anything. The message is just keep him in detention. It is so hard that they couldn't kill him anymore. The last time that they made together what they called a bail arrangement for Nnamdi Kanu, it didn't last months before they attempted to kill him. Before they attempted to kill him, right? He granted an interview. That interview, for those of you who have managed to live in your own fool's paradise, that Nnamdi Kanu is misleading the people, or misled the young people, this and that. Maybe if you watch this, it's an old one as well. Maybe this will remind you that he's a guy who seems to have all his, his path cleared, or sort of like already written for him. A man, right, that I believe was so clear-headed enough that his message are so convincing that that handed him this level of loyalty, trust, followership with dedication and loyalty. What is Biafra? That's what Gaderia asked him about 5 years ago.
What does Biafra mean?
It means freedom, liberty, fairness, equity, and justice.
In practical terms, these are very good sounding words, but in practical terms, what does Biafra mean?
Confederation.
So, a weak center,
very weak,
very strong regions.
Absolutely.
Have you had a change of mind, therefore, about getting an independent Biafra? Because that's what I seem to be hearing.
No, I've not changed my mind, no. And independent Biafra means going back to where we were before the white man came.
Okay, so you're not talking about a federation when you say a confederation. You're not talking about a federation as part of Nigeria. You're talking about total independence.
Absolute independence.
Complete independence. Now, is there anything that can happen that will make you change your mind about this particular direction?
No.
So it is either Biafra or nothing else?
Or death, yes.
Or death?
That's correct.
If push comes to shove,
Yes.
will you go to war?
No, because truth is a far more potent and deadlier weapon than bullets and mortars.
So
Truth.
no war? You've ruled out the...
Absolutely, I don't believe in war. No, no war. When I say Biafra order, then I'll keep pushing. Either I am alive, I die in the process, I won't stop. Allow me to repeat, if you don't mind. Had sovereign national conference been convened by the powers that be, where every ethnic nation, I said every, I don't care if there are 600, I don't care. Everyone is
all the 500 plus.
Everyone together to say this is all, others can delegate, I don't know, powers to other people to attend on their behalf. Sit down to say, what type of country do we want? Sit down, discuss, agree. I can begin to perhaps submit to your position.
Is it too late?
It is way too late. They've killed too many people. They've ruined too many lives. They've wasted too many souls. How do we bring those people back?
If the federal government, given the agitation that is going on, becomes convinced that, you know what, these people have a point, it is time to actually address all these issues, and they begin to systematically address some of these issues, would you change your mind?
No, because of the deceptions of the past.
No trust?
No trust. Aburi was there, it was negotiated. Nothing happened. 1968, if I recall. And the confab report, what became of it? How about the 3 R's? Reconciliation, reconstruction, and heaven knows what else. What became of them? Nothing. Calabar Seaport is not working. Can you tell me why it's not working? It's a seaport used by the colonial masters. Why is it not working today? How about Iguacha Seaport? Why is it not being used? Why not worry? Why must we allow only Lagos to function as a viable seaport? In England, where I used to live, you had Liverpool, you had Bisola, which is Portsmouth, Southampton, everywhere. You had harbors and ports. So why must you have only one?
I've heard people say these are very valid arguments, and that these are things that are to do with bad governance. So the average Biafran, to use your phrase, or Igbo man in the Igbo, is facing poverty much in the same way that the average guy in Yobe State is facing poverty. And so these are issues of governance. You don't agree with that?
I agree completely.
Okay. So if that is it, why isn't the agitation about tackling the problem, which is ensuring good governance, perhaps starting from locally? Because part of the allegations against you is that you don't confront your political leaders in the East, and you'd like to blame Abuja for everything.
Because the way I would want to solve a problem is not how a Fulani man would want to solve it.
You really believe this is an ethnic thing, and the approach is different?
No, the approach is different. No, it's not ethnic. It is more to do with value system.
Right.
The way you may want to solve a problem could be markedly different from how I do mine.
What is the geographical makeup of Biafra, as far as you are concerned? This Biafra that you want. So, for example, if we're doing a referendum, where will that referendum take place? Is it only the 5?
It's on, no.
It's okay.
It's on, which is River State, Bayelsa, Delta, Anambra, Imo, Enugu, Ebonyi, Cross River.
Akwa Ibom?
And Akwa Ibom, of course. Yes.
Right.
Those are the core states. Basically,
Bayelsa?
Yes. Southeast and South-South without Edo State.
Without Edo State.
That's correct. And then including Igede, Idoma.
Right, the Benues. So
That's
the
correct.
Igalas and part of the Kogi,
Yes.
Kogi State, right?
Yeah.
Nyosom Wike, the governor of Anambra, sorry, the governor of River State, made a statement, I think it was yesterday or the day before yesterday,
Yes, I heard about it.
and said, you know, you should not be including River State
It's for
and
the
the
people of River State to decide,
people.
not him. I can't decide for Biafrans. They have to go and vote and convince the whole world that they want Biafra. It's not for instance, it's only one man, one vote.
What if they're not even willing to take part in the referendum? Because I've had people from the South, for example, from Bielsa. I've had people from Cross River. I think there's a famous actress, Kate Henshaw, for example, wrote a long piece about why people of the South don't want to be dragged into a place called Biafra. You're saying, regardless of what they say, you want a referendum in those parts?
Because I know the majority of the people want a referendum. I was in Iguacha yesterday.
How do you know?
I was there yesterday. I was in Iguacha yesterday. You call Port Harcourt. I was there yesterday. I should have been there to see what happened.
Now,
They were delighted to see me. I'm sure you know that. It's all over the place. They're very happy to see me. I bet Kate Henshaw wouldn't get such reception. Where she to go to?
she's a big, popular Nollywood actress. I wouldn't necessarily.
I'm telling you, if I go to her village, people will turn out to see me more than turn out to see her.
But that was Nnamdi Kanu about 6 or so years ago. This was when they gave him that temporary bail. He is very clear-headed. He said it. He said, listen, the people in these areas I've mentioned, they will be the one to decide if they want to participate in a referendum or not. And as for Nigeria, why don't you let everyone come together and decide if they still want to be together or not? Very simple. Yeah? Nnamdi Kanu. So that, and when he was asked if the poverty in Eastern Nigeria is different from the poverty in Northern Nigeria, like an average people suffering, trying to get by their life, right? He agrees. He said, yeah, the poverty is poverty. It's not that different. But you can't expect us to face and solve our problems the same way. It has to do with a value system. So what you value is what you are going to prioritize, right? If your value is to focus on increasing religion, great. And these ones want to focus on improving education, industrialization, or what have you, right? So however everyone wants to solve theirs, they can. And that is why you can see that he knows what he's talking about when it comes to this Biafra. And he's very right. You see, most of the places where they will tell you that we are not Biafra, we are not this and that, so Nnamdi Kanu visited some of those places. All these South states, it was in most of them, that temporary period. And indeed, it was like magic. You know, for some of you who are young, you may not understand why they talk about systemic marginalization or the systemic profiling of the Igbos. You see, after the war, after their genocidal war, okay, people who were Igbos, do you understand? Those who were Igbos or who have anything to do with Igbo at all, they were denouncing, denouncing their Igbo ancestry. Because it was more or less like, if you survive not being killed by the military, some communities may just come together and say, you be Igbo, may they kill you. And that is why you see those your grandpas, they are so passionate about trying to debunk any connection, any relationship that they might have with the Igbos, any ancestral DNA connection. But when Nnamdi Kanu came, it can't be like say, he just pulled the wool off everybody's eyes. Here you get all these ones who are now shouting, they are outside, don't bring your Biafra here, or this militancy, this and that. Nnamdi Kanu was actually there. When Nnamdi Kanu was in Port Harcourt, he calls the place Ugocha. Is that what you call it? Ugocha? Right? When he was there, where the Wike couldn't do anything. He was there. He was everywhere that time. So people who were so afraid to identify as Igbos, everybody started coming out from their shell, confidence. They are not afraid of anybody anymore. They are not scared of anybody. If you talk anything, you see, if he told them, he said, listen, go and sign up and join Twitter. That was when Twitter, This was like about 10 years ago. Go and join Twitter. That is where information is the key. They are going to use social media as they have been using the conventional media to manipulate you, change narratives, change the stories for decades, from generations to generation. From your own end, it will stop. Baba, Nnamdi Kanu turned the supposed, the uninterested Igbos who are not interested in politics, who are not interested in anything, because all these things are politics too. I'll show you guys all politics. So those who are just interested in counting money, they have no idea how people can actually use system. To them, they're like, as you are coming after us, we are going to be multiplying. We are Igbos. We know they die. It was Nnamdi Kanu who made them realize that you have that voice. Use it. Today, when the Biafrans, when the IPOB became so active on social media, a lot of people who claim to be this prominent, that they are always avoiding them. Remember now, before the obedience came, right? The IPOB for real, under Nnamdi Kanu, everybody feared them. President of your country, Bukwari, was afraid of them. It got so bad that Bukwari had to threaten them. That Twitter had to kind of like delete Bukwari's tweet in reply because of IPOB. Bukwari, I bet you again. It was because of them now, dotting the cycle. Bukwari got suspended, Twitter in Nigeria because of them. Nnamdi Kanu, he weaponized the information that most people have weaponized, right, before now. He did so well enough that people started ascribing so many things to him. Like it became like an extra, when they say extraterrestrial being. Like he became like superhuman being. That when you see the caliber of people, successful people, their choruses, his name. Some of those who are like his opposition, or those who don't like him, they always be so wondering, what did he give them? What did he defeat them? I don't know what he give them. I said, meanwhile, all he gave to them was to tell them the truth, and even tell them to go and verify the truth. When everybody started verifying what has happened, they became more mad, and that's what you have today. Angry people, because they now understand what Nigeria did to their parents and what Nigeria is doing to them, thanks to Nnamdi Kanu. So his message is very clear. The owner of Nigeria don't want that place to be torn apart. As much as they are already they've turned it into, what do you call it, a wasteland. That the people have been like, people will say, if I want to come to this world again, I don't want to come as a Nigerian. I say, really? No thanks to the rogues that you call your leaders. So we shall meet again on the 21st, 22nd, as they bring more of their witnesses on trumped up charges. And when everything is said and done, we can sing this together.
Oh, you do IPOB. Oh, Mary, Mama Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Nnamdi go onye do IPOB. O Mary Wonendizu Mbiroya Abakare Mama Ndawura Unaburi Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unaburi Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unaburi Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unaburi Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unaburi Mary Nnamdi win the war. Python that's one, Python that's two. Now Python that's a three. Unaburi Mary Nnamdi.
Nnamdi. Thank you. We are still in the southeast of Nigeria, by the way. Have you heard the latest? Nigeria is a place, like Cham will say, Nigeria is a place that is giving and that keeps giving. In law Yoruba, we call Ankpe Lole, Etungbo Meronjo. They call you thief. You see, they carry goat picking, they play. They say, what are you doing with that one? You say, I'm just playing with it. If they play with goat picking, it will lead systemic profiling. The latest is, in the last few days, I have been seeing videos, right, of supposed JAMB students, young people who sat for the supposed entry examination to university, colleges, or what have you, entry examination, JAMB. And I think a few years back, JAMB introduced what they call the computer-based test, CBT, in which it will be the computers, that's going to set the questions, and at the same time, mark the question as well, collate, the results, and accurately deliver the result to the candidates accurately. Unfortunately, immediately the JAMB released their result for 2025. So the uproar, right, started. What happened? Everyone started complaining. Parents, the students themselves, the guardians and others, like the result released by JAMB did not reflect the supposed capacity or potentials of these candidates. That triggered so much sort of conversation. And as usual, they tried to gaslight a lot of people. They said, it's computer that marked it, they know they cheat again. There's no way to cheat anything again. Anyway, cut the long story short, right? Interested stakeholders, including parents, decided to take a JAMB up. Take JAMB up on the matter. And finally, right, JAMB has finally come out to say, oh, you were right. Indeed. We almost ruined, if we haven't already, we almost ruined the lives of 379,999 candidates that participated in the examination. And the icing on the cake, all of the 5 states in eastern part of Nigeria, right? All of them, the glitch, JAMB glitch, affected all of the 5 states in eastern Nigeria and Lagos states. How? Now people have started cooking the conspiracy theories, because the way they usually release their result, they do grade them too. They will give the number of students that made a certain, cutoff mark, their percentage, and then they will grade them and say, Lagos State to first, Kinikon second, this one third, and all that. So if people didn't press and pressure them, that's how somehow their glitch will mentally, because some of them will be sort of like affected mentally, psychologically, right? So this afternoon, yesterday, it was the parents that went to one of the JAMB offices in Lagos, where they staged a protest before this morning or this afternoon's drama. Baba, Nigeria, here.
This is JAMB office. You can see now. This is JAMB office. We are at the gate, and they have refused to attend to us. They have refused to attend to the parents. Look at parents. You can see now. Look at parents. Everybody is upset. High performing students are scoring 140 something in JAMB. 140 something, 130 something. And the security man is talking anyhow to the parents. Don't push anybody. Don't push any parent. Don't push any parent. Don't push anybody. Don't push anybody. Oh. Don't push anybody. Don't push anybody. Don't push anybody. They are not attending to anybody. That's the thing. They are not attending to anybody.
Come here. Come here. No. Stand in front. Nobody's entering. We are not entering. Hello, madam. Hello. Hey.
See the way the security was even talking.
Come. I said come here.
That security man, he needs to be talked to. Did you hear what he said to that woman? No, it's not whatever he says. It's not right. The security man was just talking anyhow. He's not supposed to talk like that.
So those were the parents that decided to challenge JAMB. They wanted to see their system. They want to probe the system as like it must be investigated. And so the professor in charge, they call him professor, right? Oladele Abi Oloyede, Ishaq Oloyede. Aba ile iwọlede pẹ̀lú drama bento ko script fún Isha. Can you imagine? The guy can't cry. Agbada, akogi Oṣueje. Say, kai. Akogi irọ́ ni drama ni. So now, Tifnumbu and his gang, they have touched JAMB with their tribalism, ethnicism, and bigotry. Somehow, they can't wash this clean. Because it's now obvious that the glitch is deliberate. Because if there is a glitch, it should affect everyone. Why did JAMB and Tifnumbu chose to ruin the lives of over 379,000 children in this their game, internal, systemic, ethnic, profiling that they love to deny? How do you describe this?
Accept the explanation I've given as the truth on this matter. I apologize and take full responsibility, not just in words. I want to say a big thank you to all of you, and may God bless us all.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Omo volume yes, Lonisha. 1 second. I'm so sorry for that lost audio, by the way. So I'm trying to kind of reload it and see if it works again, all right? I apologize. Give me a sec. It's unfortunate because I really need to hear what he had to say. So, what is his name again? Ishaq Oloyede. Let's see this.
As registrar of JAMB, I hold myself personally responsible including for the negligence of the service provider and I unreservedly apologize for it. And the trauma it has affected Nigerians to, directly or indirectly. We have decided that all the candidates affected in the 157 centers of the 882 be contacted to retake their examinations. These candidates are to be contacted through text messages addressed to their registered phone number from tomorrow, their email addresses, their profiles, and phone calls by JAMB. They are directed to reprint their examination slips for the rescheduled examination dates. Accept the explanation I've given as the truth on this matter. I apologize and take full responsibility, not just in words. I want to say a big thank you to all of you, and may God bless us all.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Before I go on, let me postulate from the Franz Fanonian dictum, which stipulates that the dialectics of reconciling two conflicting ideas is the algebra of revolution. The overbearing intervention of the state government had further exacerbated oporombium and amounting to sadomasochisms. Acrimony and chaos in our community. It was a contumelious stratagem by political jobbers to siphon monies. We suffer what we call political axivia neonantorum. Conclusively, we are a microcosm of the issues in the Niger Delta in the macrocosm.
Did you see that drama? I mean, you could tell he's actually trying to force it. Agbalagba. We got you, Odao. Tribalism, Odao. It will rubbish you. But you need to be so shameless. Did you see how he's trying to kind of like force it? 157 centers and all the affected students. They are clapping for him. They were clapping for him. The hypocrites in the room. But others are saying that, it should not end there because psychologically, do you know that a little girl has killed herself? A young girl, 19-year-old girl, committed suicide, killed herself. Yeah, buried herself in Lagos just yesterday because of this JAMB result. Right? But maybe a little tears here and there should be enough, they told him.
In a very sane and normal country, somebody should have been sacked in JAMB. Either the person quickly tenders resignation or is sacked. The Registrar General or whatever they call them in JAMB should have lost his job. All the heads of ICT and everything in JAMB should have lost their job. Because how do you tell me that you are conducting exams for about 400,000 students? 400,000 students. Again, you have discrepancies in a computer-based exam. Like, it is computer-based. Computer clicks, computer responds to yes or no and gives the results. And there are these kinds of inconsistencies and discrepancies. Somebody should have lost their... In fact, somebody should have been facing a case in court by now. But it is Nigeria now. Nothing will happen. Before you know, they come and tell you one lie committee has been set up at the National Assembly. They budget money for the committee and nothing happens. JAMB continues to collect millions, billions from student registration yearly. These 400,000 students, who is going to pay for their registration, who is going to pay for their transportation, they will still wake up by 6 a.m. risking their life, risking their safety and everything and that of their family because of an exam. I wrote JAMB 5 times. 5 times. And for what reason? Absolutely nothing. It's a failed system. It's a failed system. And if nothing is done about this, then I'm sorry. The educational standard will continue going low. It will continue to happen. Because we can't have people who are organizing the exams being this mischievous. It cannot be happening. A computer-based exam? This is the same glitch that happened with INEC in 2023 general elections. That what computer records and calculate and give results, human beings are manipulating it and giving their own results. It's unfortunate. It's just unfortunate.
Yes, brother. Very, very unfortunate. Because it is deliberate. It is deliberate. Because immediately they release the results. I remember, I don't know if, me, I'm active everywhere though, right? So I remember the reactions of the Ronukus. They were all over the place. See, have you seen the result? Where is Peter Obi result from Anambra? Where is Peter Obi this and that? I saw them. They were everywhere. Only for the examination body to come out and say, like the presidential, your election, the same people who designed the IRF for presidential, governorship, as well as the National Assembly. Sorry, National Assembly, presidential. The same people, they developed this, the governor, House of Assembly. They they developed the software for everybody. He reached presidential election. Everything was going fine. Everything was going fine. When the computer started collating, adding all the results, people were uploading everywhere. It wasn't going their way. Boom, glitch. That glitch only affected presidential election results. It did not touch senatorial, House of Rep, nada. That same day, the same software by the same engineer. The engineers came. Amazon engineer came to the presidential tribunal. They said nothing was wrong with their software. It was a human error. Somebody intentionally went there and switched it off. So we went on to put a glitch on all the students that register for examination in eastern part of Nigeria. Somebody should be answering that, don't you think? At least if you are looking for answers to some of these things, right? Somebody should be answering right now. So now we have the conspiracy theorist. We'll be having a field day. Because, that's enough, isn't it? Everybody to see. I'm talking about conspiracy theorists. That is when people put one and two together to reach a conclusion. What about the people whose own conclusion is not about putting one and two together? Rather, it is about locking one and two up, extorting them, and most times too, just shooting and killing them. This is the SOS, Save Our Soul campaign that the Edo Youth have just started. You know, this same week, the National Youth Council of Nigeria, NYCN, Edo branch, right? They staged a form of Save Our Soul protest too. One, to call on the authority to save them from the menace of cultism, right? In Edo State, as well as, you know, give their support to Opeodoyo, the Dodoyo governor of Edo, right? However, on the general, okay, Edo Youth says their lives have been cut short, in danger. They can't even drink and drop cup. One of them said that, you know, if you drink drink water and drop cup in Edo State before the Edo Police will swoop on you. Many videos online. If you go online, almost like every day, by the way, from Edo State, the clash between the Edo Youth. If they are not running away from the, you know, dangerously chasing the, the dangerously looking, you know, gun-wielding criminals, chasing them in a police truck all around their Benin City. You will be seeing them being hunted down in an open place in the markets, shaken down, by the way, by the same kind of like Edo Police. So I've seen enough, and that's why I'm helping to help amplify their voice. There's so much going on, right? In this one, right, they are telling their stories. The first one, ladies and gentlemen, sharing his own experience in the hands of the Edo State Police, the Edo Commissioner of Police, and all the area commanders in Edo State. It is like a racket. They are saying, please, save our souls.
So guys, I beg. Wanna help me tag the necessary authorities? I beg. Today, me and my friend, NDP, and NDP younger brother, today, we drive along Egba Road for Benin, Auchi bypass. Along Egba Road, we drive. As we drive, we come across Nigerian police. As we come across Nigerian police, then they do stop and search. This is state CID to be precise. Then they do stop and search. We say, okay, as we reach where they day, meanwhile, as I just sit there, I say, this one is state CID, so I don't tell my friend. That's say, where? We free, nothing there. My documents are correct. When we reach there, they say, I park. Because me and friend also definitely doesn't more park. Then as we park finish, they begin to interrogate us, say, my friend and younger brother come down. They come down. As they come down finish, then they say, me come down as well. I come down. Due to correct citizens or good citizens who will be BO, I come down, we respect them. We come down. Then as I come down finish, you never have to say the next thing, and they say that they tell my friend, which is NDP, younger brother, making enter boss. So later I come here when NDP they shout here. Okay, what see my brother do? Why not see me enter boss? What see they happen? Why not see me enter boss? What see me happen? Why not see me enter boss? The next thing I was like, officer, me call your room. I say, officer, I never did like this. So why not see me enter boss? When I search, the other one come with me say, okay, look at my hand. Nothing's in my hand. I say, okay, your hand clean. He say, I want to search your car. I say, no wahala. Then they call the search. Then as they search. Then the man they search. The man come see this military this thing. So when my bank give me, on this military this thing, he even give me card. Then now, not say give me only Latin. Give me card. He give me card. He even write for the back. Say I'm his son. He even sign. Then I can't let them know. They can't see the thing. Then they see the thing. Police they tell me, say this is an impersonation. I say, officer, I can be impersonation. Now say this card so. When I show now, I say this card so the number day. Okay, call the number to confirm if this is an impersonation. I say, okay, correct now. The man is in Ekenwa barrack. Ekenwa army barrack is there, and his wife is also a soldier as well. Now I say, okay, let's go there. Or Mona call and the number day there. They say no. Say more they go station. Before I know, they don't put my friend NDP and the brother. We say, boss. The next thing, two don't enter my motor. They say more they go station. Let's play. See us on station. We didn't stay CID. The next thing, they carry us. They say, I park. They say, more come inside. Before I know, one for inside meets me, say, because I have two phones. Then I hold my 100. He say this 100. He say, not be only this 100 with the phone with me us now. He say, I bring my iPhone. I bring my iPhone follower. That's the officer. This matter, me not understand. He say, I'm talking to you, bring your iPhone. Now say, okay, now carry my phone. He say, click on first no accusation. I carry my iPhone, I carry my Android phone. We go inside office. Meanwhile, get into that place. Those people, they be criminal. Those people are working hands to hands. Get to that place. Mature women were ready to get you there. In fact, all those who get you there. Those women were there when the police they brutalize people. We were brutalized by Nigerian police force. Those people did them when they brutalize people. Those people extort 150,000 naira from me personally. They collect 50,000 naira from my friend and the brother. Not be even that one alone. Later, I even call the beg. They say, okay, me not get money. Okay, if not so, if not 50k, more than take 50k. I beg my people, me they send 50k for me. These people say, they don't collect money from me. I say they see, now so they see gun props for my phone. Now say, I'm an entertainer. So sometimes we do work with all these props and a gun. Now this wooden gun, they carve them. He say, why will use a wooden gun? I say, what's the one called use? He say, it's an offense. It's a gun. Now gun. Now who shall be in a gun? Now wound. You see, I see the cover. He say, later he want to talk. He say, me your whole line. He say, but Mr. B, he say, me your whole line. The way me your whole line. That's Mr. B shoot 3 gun. Later he want to talk. He say, which cultist are you? You are a mafia. You are a mafia. I say, me mafia. I not be cultist. I not belong to any cult group. I know they smoke. I not be cultist. I not be anything. I they do my own JJ. Now I say, even when they see una officers for road, I they press some people. I they press some of the officers money self. Some of them press the 5k, press the 2k, without them even asking me. I say, officer, I'm gonna take that water. At least when I take this, something they do now work. Then no say go this me at all. Say the brutalize me police. Police might see they do good for. When I see they say okay, at least this part doing good job. I see the package there. I don't know say those people. No, we were brutalized because I say I don't get money today. I still have 50k there with me. They get one for inside, one shot, one for inside. That must be they go throw me for sale. These people carry me go sell. These people, they carry me go sell today. I enter sell. What did I do? What did my offense? I don't know for Nigeria police. What did my offense? They put me for sale. Sell. They put me for sale. What did I do? What did I do? Because I want to go find location where I want to shoot. Where I want to shoot movie. What did I do? What did I do? Police, they throw me for sale.
Fellow Nigerians, this is just the beginning.
That's the first guy. There are many of them sharing their personal experience or experiences in the hand of the Edo Police. Or here is another one, if you don't mind, from the same youth.
There is a thin line. There is a thin line between the policing people are doing and armed robbery. If as a policeman, they give you gun, you gather yourself, you catch young people, you accuse them, and then you collect 500,000, 200,000, 1 million naira from them in Benin, like you are doing now. That is armed robbery. Armed robbery is collecting money forcefully from people or collecting valuable forcefully from people holding an arm. An arm is a weapon, a gun. In this case, whether it's government that gave you the gun or not, it's immaterial. So far, they've given you a gun and you use it to collect money from another person, you've committed the offense called armed robbery. So if you like wear uniform to do it, if you like wear police uniform, if you like wear anything, it's called armed robbery. There is no difference between you and the man who stands on the road who bails people to collect their valuables. You are an armed robber. There's no other language that you hold a weapon and you collect money forcefully from people. You have turned yourself to the judge, to the juror, to the executioner, the prosecutor. Now you be everything for the legal system and you collect money. You are an armed robber. Beyond that, if you hold people against their will, you hold a young person, you collect his phone, you forcefully collect money, you keep him for hours, you carry him, throw him in your cell. That is called kidnapping. You pick people off the street. There is no complaint, there is no evidence, there is nothing. You just pick them, take them to that your place, that your cell has suddenly turned from holding cell for criminals to a kidnap location. So police, you have this idea because very soon we are going to be insisting that if you collect money forcefully from people when you are armed, like happened in Delta State, that our senior, our father, David Golo, and some comrade went to recover the 500,000. The only part I wanted to hear is that those policemen who collected that money are charged for armed robbery. Now, finally, a policeman that you are paying 70,000 naira, 80,000 naira, and you give that policeman AK-47. You are not sending that policeman to police. You are sending that policeman to rob. Government, a policeman you gave AK-47, the most powerful assault rifle in the world today, and you are paying him, a man of 2 children and wife, 70,000-80,000 naira as a constable. You are not sending that policeman to police. You are sending that policeman to rob. So you are an accomplice. You are an accessory to the crime. So very soon, you, the government that is sending people to rob the citizens, who will also begin to ask questions about you. A word, they say, is enough for the wise.
A word is enough for the wise, they say, all the way from Benin, Edo, and the victims are calling. Now, they are making videos now. Some of us are laughing. Some people are just, you know, probably like swapping on to just move to the next thing, right? So those states, like many other states in Nigeria right now, are suffering from the cultism pandemic. It's almost every day you hear that they have killed this, they have dropped that one, dropped this one, dropped that one, cultists. So when the NYCN, the NYCN in Edo States led a solidarity protest or Save Our Soul protest as well to Okwe Oldoyo. And then this happened. It's a bit rowdy, okay? But they went to go and see him to help them stop, because he has been clamping down, according to the report, right? He has been demolishing houses linked to cultists in Edo State. I think I've seen him demolish 2 or so far, right? And then this happened.
You have come to rescue the Lord. I'm going to rescue
the government of Edo State against the fight against cultism. The killings is too much. Yeah. Tired. We are tired with the fight. We are tired with the killings. We are tired with the interest. However, how you want to do it, the policies and initiatives we are coming up with for the development of Edo State, we are standing head to head with you. We are standing
North, Edo Central, Edo South. We are tired of the killing. Yes. Augusta, before you came to office, cultism is a ritual. Yes. I mean, the cultist killing is a ritual. Yes. We have lost a countable number of youth to cultism. And we are here to say enough is enough. Whatever stringent measures you want to take, because we see it on the media that some persons are foiling it as though you are doing the wrong thing. We are saying we are behind you. Yes, whatever measures you want to take to combat cultism, take it. And when you need our help, we'll be standing. This is the tip of the iceberg. When you call, we will answer.
If you look at Edo State, investors don't want to come in because of killing, cultism, and so many other things that is happening in this town. The only way we can attract them to come in is to stop the killing, is to send those bad people away from here. Look at, I was just reading this morning about some group that said they came to do 1 or 2 things for Edo State. You do something for Edo State. Edo State have not asked you to come and kill. That is your own business. And the building in question that was even demolished, we didn't just go there to demolish. Why are we not demolishing everywhere in Edo State? Something happened. So I'm not afraid of them. Edo people are not afraid of them. The government of Edo State are not afraid of them. So we are resolute. We must fight on. So I want to thank you for your initiatives. Coming out to loud this very program that the cultism and the killing of Edo people must stop. So for me, I really appreciate all of you, and and for me, I am glad that you people have taken this stand to say we should not lose any blood anymore. So for that reason, I will just take the leadership of this your group. We'll go inside. I will show you some insight of what the havoc these people have committed. So that you will know that these people are our enemies. They want to kill our dreams. They want to kill Edo people, and we will not accept. Let them make noise from here to anywhere. I will not listen to them. Thank you very much. God bless.
He has come to rescue. He has come to rescue. Don't mind them. Don't mind them. You know you're ready to talk. You know they talk. That's the way they say no something they talk. Don't be talk on now. You know you're aware. Oh, good feed them. Oh, good feed them.
Somebody said that the menace of a cultism in Edo State can never end. Because even the person where they go meet, his own political appointees, when you begin to look at them one by one, you're likely going to see a certain percentage of them are actually cultists themselves. Yeah. But they just need to use some force, as a scapegoat to make it look like they are working. You really wish that they can end the violence associated with this, their cultism in that Nigeria. Because it's crazy, right? Poor man picking, gather gun, they pursue yourself. Your parents send you to school, hoping that, you're going to be back and maybe, lift them out of poverty or so, only for you to return back in a casket, right? Those states where Akpako, they call them Akpako master, Akpako, something like that. That's what, Akpako or something. That's what they call Okwe Odoyo. And there is a particular guy that stands out. That is Hype Man, right? Look at what the guy is doing in Benin City. 2 grown-up men. Baba, hey. No matter what you are going through, are you with me? No matter how much you think you are not really doing well, when you see these two, right? It's to remind you that, hey, Baba, if your situation never entered this kind of level, you are still better off. Grown-up men, somebody papas.
No mind them. Where do you see they do for city board picture again? No mind them. Go. Waiting again. No mind them. Go. Why you they go Baba picture? You remember the time when we go watch this picture? Yes. All these them obedience. Some of all these Atiku boys. Some of our Baseki boys. All those that was once unnecessary without salary. We are Baseki slave for 8 years. After we watch this banner, they can't go to Tierra. Wicked hearts. They can't go to Tierra. Wicked hearts. They will tell them, say, no matter they are tearing, we are still with city boy. We are still with the city boy. No matter. No matter. No matter the tearing, we sit there with city boy. We are with the city boy. No matter the tearing, we are still with the city boy. We are with the city boy. Let them do what they want to do. No matter. 2027. It's possible. 2027. It's possible. 2027. It's possible. They got the picture. No matter. Tinubu, no intimidation. You know, say the youth coordinator. Yes. For Edo State 2027. High Chief. Lucky. AKA Tares. AKA Tares. AKA Tares. AKA Tares. Now he say all the youth will do. Oh my day. He said all the youth will do. Yes. He said we are city boy. Picture day. Man, when they go the observer. They
take care of her.
They take care of her.
And so they look the welfare of the place.
No matter.
Now, the wicked ones.
No matter.
When support Obi.
No matter.
The wicked ones.
No matter.
When support Atiku.
No matter.
The wicked one when Obaseki is slave. And that's why.
No matter.
With Abat, where they UK, where no they okay.
No matter.
They can't tear this city boy.
We don't come this one.
We don't come, Papa.
Another one there.
Another one there, yeah.
Yeah. That's it, yeah.
Now this one we can't watch that day.
Yes.
Wicked people.
Go use your hand hold on like this.
People where no want well for this country. People where no want better thing for this country.
No matter.
People where this a city boy no go bring light.
No matter.
People where this a city boy no go bring transformation.
No matter.
Now they get this wicked heart. No but today we don't come about.
We don't come about.
Tinubu must complete his 8 years. 4
Ogba.
plus 4.
Ogba.
4 plus 4.
Must complete.
4 plus 4.
Must complete.
8 years must complete. Under the leadership of Senator Monde Okpewolo, we must complete the 8 years of Senator Monde of the city boy.
No.
The city boy.
No.
The city boy.
No.
God bless you, no matter.
2027.
It's possible.
Asiwaju 2027.
It's possible.
Asiwaju 2027.
It's possible.
Asiwaju 2027.
It's possible.
Nothing they change.
If we lend ourselves to innovation, we can create wonders. Here is a successful again, a town hall, different from Blue Bulaba.
The cost of fuel has gone up. Food and other prices have followed it. Households and businesses struggling. Things seem anxious and uncertain. I understand the hardship you face. I wish there were other ways, but there's not.
If we reduce the purchasing power of the people, we can further slow down the economy. Let's widen the tax nets. Those who are not paying now, if it is inclusive of Bola Tinubu, let the nets get bigger and we take in more taxes, and that is what we must do. In the transmission line is a super highway. For generated electricity and power. They could not even make a down payment for a roasted corn. I don't read social media anymore. They abuse the hell out of me. If I read it, I get high blood pressure. I get angry. I don't read it. So, if I want to hear anything, my children or any of my workers will tell me, this one say this one. If I'm tired, I say, please.
Forget it. Call the dickhead Simba of Anambra, the Jaga Banditi, Jaga Addicti, Aṣíwájú àwọn olè, Aṣíwájú ẹ̀yìn agbèrò of Lagos. Rotifmi Amechi, who be my Judas Iscariot, has added his own voice in chastising the Nigerian governors. Like, what kind of governors do you use? What kind of set of governors do you have in that contraption now? To him, that they have, like, they have no real ball to challenge Tifnumbu despite this misgovernance. Rotifmi Amechi.
President by the Minister for Information, our dear Excellencies, the former Vice Presidents, distinguished former Senate Presidents that are here present, there are quite a number, former speakers that are here present, Your Excellencies, the former governors who are here present, our leaders who are here. The protocols are indeed too many that I will take your time. Indeed, because there is no time, what I wanted to say about him will be cut short. We were quite good friends when we were in government. We had our bad times that we disagreed. I made the mistake of assuming that he was as radical as I was. So he was one of the governors I clinged to when it came to radical decisions. And I will tell you one of them. There were several things that happened in course of our friendship. The last one, before we broke ranks, was that we agreed, all of us agreed to go against President Goodluck Jonathan. And we formed a committee, governors and all that. At the end of the day, he was to find a new party called SDP. We said if we go to the new party called SDP, we will lose the election. Let's hang on to this one called APC. He disagreed and he left us. That's the only place we disagreed. Now, I will tell you what happened again. One early morning I called him as a friend. I have been asked to be chairman of Governors Forum. God forbid, you can never be chairman of Governors Forum. And I said, why? He said to me, you are too radical to be Governors Forum chairman. You can never be Governors Forum chairman. Again, I told him, I said, whether you like it or not, I will win. And I won. I became Governors Forum chairman. He indeed spoiled me a lot. He was one of the instruments that made me Governors Forum chairman a second term. And I will tell you, when there was huge disagreement about voting, he led us to go and vote. He didn't mind if the other group walked away. If he didn't stand up to vote, maybe that day we would not have voted. Because he stood up to vote, the rest of us went ahead and voted. And the other people, led by Agabi, also joined to vote. At the end of the day, to their surprise, I won and became Governors Forum chairman a second time. The final one I will tell you, I visited him in his state. He asked me to come and commission projects, so I came. The School of Nursing we're talking about. And I repeat, I am here to see if any governor has surpassed your achievement in Jigawa. I've told you in private, and I have told my friends from Jigawa, maybe they will surpass you in future. For now, I doubt if any. So we went to commission project. I was so scared of Boko Haram. And then I had a good security outfit in River State. So I told them I'm going to Jigawa. They moved in an APC to Jigawa. They moved in 2 white men to Jigawa. They moved in some vehicles with security outfit, everything. He said, you're coming to Jigawa with this. Are you a president? I'm calling President Goodluck Jonathan to report you that you want to be president of Nigeria. I said, look, don't report me to the president. I'm just scared that they will finish us here. He said, nobody will finish. I said, I doubt you. This man took me in a crowd of over 1,000 persons, and we were walking. And I said to God, this man wants to kill me. Supposing there's a Boko Haram person here with a bomb that wants to kill all of us. He said, these are his people. At the end of the day, we commissioned the School of Nursing. The only thing I enjoyed that day was I was able to sleep in a quiet place in your guest house. And if I said I didn't enjoy it, and the rest, I visited you more than 3-4 times whenever you invited me. I thank you for that. I thank you for the fact that you spoiled a lot of my decisions as Governors Forum chairman. Because yes, you are radical. You thought you were not as radical as we were. But we discussed Nigeria in detail, and we thought we should move forward as a country. I asked you this morning, what is going on currently now in Nigerian politics? Could it have happened when we were governor? The answer is no. And you said no. We will confront the government. We will confront the president. You know that. That's how radical we were. That's how our Governors Forum was. That's how determined we were to change things. But I don't have to forgetting that. I wish you the best. I will make my...
That is how you brought Bokwari and APC, Ebekebe, to power by using the River State people's money. Of course, everyone is now trying to tell us that they want to save us from Dike Dingbat of Anambra. Everybody wants to save us from this Dike Simba. You know, they love us now and know how. Yeah, that they just want to, they don't want this Dike Simba to finish all of us. That if it was them, maybe they would just have to go and look for something stronger than the Al-Qaeda People's Congress to bring them upon the contraption. He mentioned Boko Haram. Right. See, this young man you're about to watch his clip has now challenged the supposed Nigerian authority to arrest him. Because to him, right, Nigerian army and the Nigerian soldiers, rather, they have been intentionally weakened for the terrorists to be able to have a go at them, like you are currently witnessing. His own theory is this. Watch.
In short, if you think I don't know what I'm saying, I dare you to come and pick me, and I'll prove it to you, not based on newspaper headings, based on reality, that some of these corrupt military officers and some of these corrupt politicians are sending a bunch of demoralized soldiers and ill-equipped soldiers to go and face their death warrant in the name of trying to protect the country, and at the end of the day, they end up becoming casualty, victims, and even the people they are protecting to become victims. Are you trying to tell me that a lot of the generals are not aware that some of the allowances of these men, these soldiers, are still not being paid? A lot of the provisions that are enshrined in what is supposed to guide their conduct, their provisions, is not being paid? Are you trying to tell me that the Senate Chairman Committee, the House of Reps members in charge of all in charge of oversight functions in regards the conduct of military operations and all their activities are not aware of the fact that these soldiers are still shortchanged, some of the soldiers are still ill-equipped, some of these soldiers are demoralized? Are you telling me that? I'm going to tell you that factually. I am telling you. And President Tinubu, you will never be perceived, you will never succeed in regards to this insurgency and insecurity till you are ready to fight corruption. But from your body language, it seems you are not even ready to fight corruption. What are you telling me? Let's look at it now. When was the last time? Kitting is one of the basic necessities of soldiering job. When was the last time issues were distributed? According to the provisions, these kittens are supposed to, the uniforms, the boot or whatever, are supposed to be distributed biannually. When was the last time it was done? Most especially in the Navy. We're talking about almost like close to like 10 years ago. And you are sitting there down here and you are now acting as if you are not aware. What happens to the medical service that these people are supposed to be benefiting from? What are the medical services? It's rubbish. A typical military man would prefer to go and subscribe to private hospitals rather than going to military hospitals that are supposed to checkmate that. Are we going to be talking about their allowances? Their allowances are still shortchanged up to today. Are you saying you are not aware? At the end of the day, you send a bunch of demoralized soldiers. And at the end of the day, they are now at the mercy of Boko Haram, bandits, and the rest of it. And all you can do is whenever situations happen, you come and say you are giving a marching order, you are giving a marching order for military to go and apprehend. How many have they apprehended? You have a lot of corruption charges that you are supposed to look into. And I wonder why the likes of even Buhari are working freely when they have a lot of questions to answer. What happened to the Dasuki Gate? What is now the situation with Dasuki Gate? What happened to the charges in regards to the former chief of naval staff, Jibrin? What has happened to it? And a lot of other corruption charges in billions. And you are sitting quiet and keeping quiet. All you're just thinking about is defection, how to win the next election. I'm telling you that if you don't do anything about this, if you are not ready to fight corruption, I am telling you, by God's grace, you will not see that. And at the end of the day, even when you succeed in that, where is the humanity in you? How do you want to be remembered? You want to be remembered as a president that just did 2 times tenure? And at the end of the day, you are gone. How old are you? How old are you? How many years do you have left? I'm talking to you, Tinubu. How many years do you think you have left on the face of this earth? And you can't confront these things and stand and kick against them? Look at the way they are just unaliving soldiers. Look at the way they are unaliving civilians. And at the end of the day, we come back and play politics about this. How long is this going to remain? A lot of shortchanging. Look at their feeding. Look at how do you expect a soldier now that is faced with a lot of these things in his head, the fact that he's thinking about how to survive, how to feed his family, there's no good adequate medical care. Kitten, he have to buy boots for himself. He have to buy uniform for himself. Out of how much? It's only in Nigeria that you see a soldier trying to see how he can measure to survive, how feeding, just feeding, till the next era comes. They complain of being shortchanged. You people introduce IPPIS. IPPIS, what has it changed? Nothing. You have succeeded in just dividing one part to some of the corrupt military officials and one part to a kind of a private business entity. What is happening recently of the moment? You have a situation where they are paid allowances. It takes almost after they are paid IPPIS. It takes almost after 15 days for them to receive their allowances, dividing this little money that they have. A lot of ills going on, and I bet you, if you are ready to fight insecurity in that country, if you are not ready to fight corruption, I'm telling you, there's nothing that is going to change. Nothing, absolutely nothing. A lot of ills, a lot of corruption is going on. Tell this to everybody. A lot of corruptions proven, it can be proven, that is still going on in the military. And you are quiet about this. You are quiet about this. All you can just come and tell is you have given marching order. What the hell? Who has marching order helped? Look into the details. Look into the major cause of all these things. Why are we having a bunch of demoralized soldiers? Why are we having a bunch of ill-equipped soldiers going to fight this insurgency?
I don't want to sit here and reveal all my strategy. I am the first speaker among the three of us running. So they will spy on me. So you will have a limited answer here today. Another day you can bring me back. But that's part of what I do.
70 years old man. He thought you. Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Woman thought you. 70 years old man. He thought you. Jesus is Lord. Jesus. Woman thought you.
Nigeria till April, Nigeria till last date. Everybody just wake up for the day, and whatever is going to happen to it, I mean, they have no plan. So it's that whatever comes, is, whatever comes. That's it. It's an unreal place, That even Obasanjo just said, this is not their dream Nigeria. He's almost 90, and I think he's still dreaming. For that is Nigeria. In his own words.
But I want to emphasize the difficulty or the difficult situation that we were. You remember, Nigeria had become a pariah state. So we had a lot to do both inside and outside. Of course, the inside had to be good for us to be able to have the right impact outside. But Sule Lamido was the agent of the outside. And anytime he went out, I wanted to know what the reaction was, what impact we were making, how we were changing or not changing the impression of the outsiders about Nigeria. Sule did such a magnificent job. Such a magnificent job. Such a magnificent job that within 3 years of our coming to government, the Queen of Britain and the Queen of the Commonwealth actually came to Nigeria to participate in the chop-up that we had. And that was actually the greatest indication that we had now been accepted, no matter what the path was, that we have now been accepted by the international community, in Africa, in the Commonwealth, in the United Nations, and everywhere. Sule, I thanked you at that time, but on this occasion, again, I would thank you for the great job that you did. Well, Sule left, and I left later. And Sule became a governor. Again, Sule didn't allow me to rest. I had to visit. And I visited.
Of our great leaders. Oh, Tonda, where are you? This is the time you are supposed to strike, so that you eliminate all of them, so that we have peace in our nation. We'll join them in one aeroplane, so that it will crash land in the course of their journey. Furthermore, our security agent IE.
Since when I born you never seen this kind of abuse before. Turubu, I must abuse you. Turubu, number 1. Oguokiyapa. Turubu number 2. Oguokiyama. Turubu number 3. Oguokiya your children. Turubu number 4. Ogugo bury all your family. Turubu is a god to you. A god to you. Turubu is a god to you. Ewausa.
Turubu is a goat to you. A goat to you. Turubu is a goat to you. Ewausa. Yesterday we were talking about Tompolo. Government Tompolo. Government, no, they arrest government. That's what we hear. Escalate the call. Anyway, this morning, or this afternoon rather, the EFCC, they have some courage enough to invite Tompolo on Facebook. Because I believe that if somebody was to go and deliver the invitation, they feel no see that person again. I'm just saying. Right? My guy, Mr. Funny, pick something on that. Because it's like the pressure coming from the people, the uproar and the rest of that is making them to want to act. And that acting is where we don't know where it's going to head, right? Mr. Funny. Yeah.
Nigerians will set you up. Nigerians go set trap for you. If you don't take careful, you go fall inside. You know, since where all this time where this Naira abuse they happen, EFCC they carry people. Now I reached the other day, video of Tompolo. You know Tompolo. They know they just call Tompolo. No be there when they call Tompolo. And then when they come with demonstration, Tompolo. And they show Tompolo where they spray money. Like they match the money self. Nigeria just go copy the video like that. Post tag EFCC. Say EFCC, see your food though. Go and arrest people. As they post up, EFCC quiet for some days, guys. Glad then they think the response where they go give Nigerians. Oh, but you get where you go draw the line. Like Topulo na one of them. Say EFCC they show power. It reach people on the reply when they give, it be like we are picking the beer grudges against him, Papa. EFCC say, what did they write that? Nobody is above the law. Topulo will have some questions to answer. You know when they begin they complain for house. Oh no, mommy, sorry. Just like said in the talk inside. FCC now set up. Nigerians go set you up, may you go. And when you reach your eye go see. How you go be where you go carry you and say you won't go arrest people for naira abuse. And yeah, EFCC, if you not do this one, a lot of Nigerians go be single and praises. But you go watch that. The next thing is to release some press statements, or they go just bone the matter. They no go talk about them again. The way they take Bono or Koya them own, they no talk about them again. Or if you bring them up, they go tell you say yes, he has come to answer. So they hold one boy the other day. One boy will be TikToker. And I said they hold him. Knock him 6 months jail with the option of 200K. And the guy still hold placard. All the people who own at the whole scenes, we big men who own at the whole scenes for naira abuse or for other things. Nobody, I never see anybody hold placard. Even the people who get bail. Nobody hold that placard. Not only the small people, poor people. Now they hold placard. And they label. EFCC they draw line. You see, now the thing where they talk. When some people, the law is meant for some people. You get some people where the law is meant for. Get some people where all the people where once you catch small boys, small people, poor people, they don't hold placard. Like I said, they go protest. Now don't release them everywhere. They don't show faces. EFCC, you know, they rush Topulo type. They take their time. Before they do mistake. They be like lions den. But you see poor people, ordinary people like this. EFCC, you know, they use eyes, see those ones. Once they sight them, EFCC go turn Captain America and Henry Danger. Let's blow bubble and fight crime.
Help me. If they carry me, they go, we are not know. Help me.
So he's for fun. You can look him up on YouTube as well. He's got this lovely, great comical content that he uses, right, to pass very important messages, you know, like using comedy to pass important social activity or social happening messages, kind of made up, right? Well, go look him up. Lovely guy. And then finally, I can say, let's go to Lagos. I mean, where Wahabi Wole was doing his own thing in K2 in Lagos. Remember, the reason why you're watching this is to give you an idea what Lagos really look like, apart from those shining, graphically edited photos and videos. You want to see what the Lagos really look like? Raw images? Follow Tokumbo, like I do.
Off the light, oh.
Carry this up. How do you know how that?
So you can imagine those who are like cooking the boiled corn. I've been awaited the color cob corn on cob. Somewhere in get to Lagos, where they are drawing their water from that dirty looking thing there, right? That's like a canal that passes through that place. But yeah, that's at Lagos. Now I'm going to go on a short break, stretch my legs, and come back here to take calls. Oh dear. Now, I just said that you are still here, by the way, right? Make sure you like the broadcast in case you have to leave, okay? But if you do have one or two things to add to this convo this evening, right? Use the number. The number is right there on the screen. And it is WhatsApp call only. I'll be back in a minute or two. Don't go anywhere. At least, not yet. Anyway, thank you very much, brethren. So that's me back. And indeed, let me actually say the line. I should have done that before I even give me a sec. So the line is open, and so in the next few minutes, we're going to take a calls. Other people say contribution, okay? And if the line is not going to let us, we may even be wrapping it up early. But that would be my own favorite if I have to, okay? So thank you so much. We possibly have our first caller. Let's hope that works. Hello there.
Mayego Baba.
Baba. How you doing?
Mayego Baba.
Baba.
I greet you, Baba. I greet you. I greet you. I'm always happy every time I get to listen to you, especially on my days off, you know.
Bless you, man. Thank you.
I could watch everything, you know, and see the reactions. Yeah.
Thanks, Baba. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome, my brother. So basically, there's a lot you've covered today, so I'll just make my few submissions.
Please.
About the soldier, you know, complaining. Is time and time again, soldiers have been complaining about, you know, their welfare being problematic, you know, and it's something that I feel any serious president should look into. But what I really want to talk about is, you know, yesterday you played a video of, I think it was a general or something, talking about how Boko Haram just attach bombs to civilian drones, you know, trying to make it look like it's not something serious. Do you understand?
I know.
But when actually you look at it, what Boko Haram is using are kamikaze drones.
Mm-hmm.
Do you understand? Loitering, it's called loitering munitions. Right. These drones carry a payload of 25 kilograms. Baba, that is half bag of rice worth of bombs. They travel at a speed of 200 kilometers per hour, and they can loiter for 6 hours. And they cover a distance of 1,000 kilometers.
Ready, and they just lock it in.
Yeah. They'll just lock it in. And you know why they are even worse than heat-seeking missiles?
Right.
Is that heat-seeking missiles actually need something to lash onto. These guys just need to spend 6 hours in the air, and they will just bomb anything. And they travel for 1,000 kilometers. Man, that is the scariest part. So that means the terrorists in Sambisa can send those drones to southeast.
They can reach any part of Nigeria then.
1,000 kilometers. Without even being there. 1,000 kilometers. Do you understand?
Aye.
So it's a problem, and these guys are making this thing seem like it's, man, anybody within Nigeria is supposed to fear now.
I mean, people don't understand sometimes, right? People don't really understand the gravity of this insecurity. So most of the time, people just feel like no matter what happened, right, it will never get to some certain places. They don't understand what is called sleeper cells for terrorists, right? They can be there for years. And if these guys are now improvising means of sending missiles to any part, well, that's 1 year now, that's a big problem now. And a military guy be saying is like
making it seem like his knockouts, that his civilian drones, they will put knockouts, you know, trying to make it look like if you now are not familiar with these things. Do you understand? You won't understand. But we that are familiar with these things, that are actually scared of these things, I'm surprised because Boko Haram has now advanced to modern warfare. It's drone wars now. This is modern warfare, while our military is still lagging behind.
Now, my problem is that these technologies, right, these guys are improvising to start with. Because, like what you have in Nigeria, right, you have an established military. They have access to all these equipments. So it's not like they have to invent them. You understand? Like, it's not like Nigeria needs to invent something to fight this. There are equipments but because of the internal compromise or sabotage, right, it makes it easier that the terrorists who are now using commercial drones to attach explosive to them, and they can send them to as far places as possible. Terrorists are using commercial drone to track the movement of the Baba. That's something.
Sir? What I want to correct is that these are not commercial drones.
They are not even commercial drones.
These are kamikaze drones. These are drones that are being used in the Ukraine war. Wow. These are drones that Houthis are using to fight Israeli. Only 2 African countries have the capability of producing these drones: Morocco and South Africa. In the entire Africa, only 2 African countries.
So it's actually like a new drones now, not commercial drone.
It can be commercial. How you want to attach 25 kilogram worth of payload to a commercial drone? How? Which commercial drone can carry it?
No commercial.
You understand? Which commercial? You understand what I'm saying, Mayego? The question we should be asking is, who is funding these guys? The closest people to us using these kamikaze drones are the Houthis in Yemen. So how are those drones coming all the way? Man, Nigeria don't cast to, bro. Like, I swear, man. Like, you guys really don't understand what you are in until everything go bust. Man, that's very bad, man. Wow. That's very bad, man. I swear. I'm actually afraid for Nigeria right now.
You see,
take care, Mayego. Take care, Baba.
The reason why this information really matters is because a lot of people need to understand, right, the level or the gravity of what is really going on. And we are pretty much like one switch away from being nuked by terrorists. And as it is, it seems that Nigeria doesn't even have what it takes to even monitor their movement right now. So it's like they are fighting good.
Now it's terrorists now that is monitoring us. So terrorists now have satellite
monitoring military.
So terrorists now have satellite feed. So what they're saying now is that terrorists now have satellite feed because do you understand? Do you understand? How? Because you can't just, it's not like the drones we use in parties where the guy operating it is just there. These drones go far. So those guys have to stay hidden and then now track, for you to track the military movement. They are using satellite for practice.
That's not commercial drone.
Do you understand? That's no commercial drone, my brother. Yeah. Man, that's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
Baba, thank you so much.
Take care, my brother. Take care. Take care. You're doing a good work. Yeah, bye.
Baba. Nice one. See you another here. When you see videos of these terrorists and the kind of equipment they are brandishing, they have access to. Number one, the question you're going to ask yourself is that who are those giving them these weapons? Because these are not just, you see, like that my last caller pointed out, when you look at some of the weapons in the possession of these terrorists, right? There are people who knows where those weapons comes from, that you don't just find them anywhere, not to talk of finding them in the hands of terrorists. But in this case of Nigeria, they display them on social media every now and then. People watch, they just move on. Baba. Hello there.
Hello, Mr. Mayezu, my brother.
Good evening, sir. Or is it morning?
Good evening, my brother. Good evening. Yeah, it's evening.
It is evening, sir.
How's the family doing, my brother?
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm very well.
Your family are fine.
Sorry, you may need to mute that other one behind so that you and I can, you know.
Sorry. Let me just.
Fantastic, sir. Yes. Please.
Thank you. This is better now. Huh?
I think it is better now. Now I can hear you.
Yeah. My brother, you see the issue of Nigeria, and it's not only Nigeria or Africa we have problems. You know, I told you that time, I said I have a friend from Ghana who told me we came from a continent where we have everything, and then we come to a continent where they have nothing, and we are succeeding. You know, it's a shame. A few days ago, we heard there is this American comedian, I forgot his name, who was saying that Africa is the only continent that does not need to import anything. They don't need your cow, they don't need your rice, they don't need your oil, they don't need your gas, they don't need your gold, they don't need your timber. We have everything. You know, but look at the state of Africa is we don't know where to start. So this guy is talking about these people that are causing problems, these terrorists in Nigeria. My brother, it's a big issue. It's a big, and those that are living up, they don't care. They are busy arranging for second term. People are busy stealing money. I don't know where they want to spend this money. If there is no peace, where will they spend this money? I don't know if you get my point.
I am getting it. Oh, they are not saying it that way. I believe they are not saying it the way you are saying it. You and me can sit down and be like, why is it so difficult to start with, right? If these fighters, these terrorists, right? If there are so many, that to fight them can take a while. to even try to want to make a common sense of why this lasted this long, okay? What about intelligence reports? What about those ones who are working behind the scene to discover a crime before they happen? The DSS, all this. What happened to their intelligence report? What happened to the intels that they are getting? Who are the sponsor of the terrorists? Who are those ones that are, you know, recruiting for them? All these things internally, they can get them.
What about the army signal? All these things. And what about people that trace all these EFCC? Their job should be to trace where the money is coming from and where the money is going. How are these people getting money? It's easy. We're in a world whereby you cannot move money in cash.
Just follow the money.
You know? But they don't do that. They're busy fighting for second term. The other one are busy with Natasha, you know, I could say.
If it is not Natasha, it is about their second term. It is about people decamping to them. Oh, yeah, one party state. Ah, yes, we'll rule for so years. But the people you are exercising that power on are not safe. And it seems.
I saw recently one guy posted on Facebook. He said, "Why are African leaders so wicked?" He said, "What does it cost to build a hospital that only a pregnant woman can attend without paying money?" Yeah, but they prefer to spend that money to.
Thank you so much. Let me take out
brother,
again, okay?
I applaud you. I applaud what you do, my brother. Continue.
I won't, and I will continue. Thank you so much, Baba. I appreciate
God
you.
Bless your family, my brother.
Bless you too. Meanwhile, I just want to remind some of you. Remember the last time when I was trying to raise a fund for the upgrade of my our studio, by the way, get it more sort of like equipped, pepped, and all that, Baba. You know, I stopped asking. So for about 4-5 times I tried to raise that here, right? I could only get to £550. It's so embarrassing that I couldn't even share it again. Very sad, right? So to those who kind of still turn up and still kind of give support to my Egun's Diary Political, I want you to know that every penny really, really did count and does count too, okay? But the most important part is just make sure that even if it is that like you can give, just give it, right? Like the broadcast, like it enough that I can always say thank you. So here is another caller though, and it is Prince Jejeman representing
IPOB for life, Baba.
That's same. The Prince Jejeman. How are you tonight, Baba?
I hello. My 2 hands and my 2 legs, they're up. Yeah,
listen, they hear you too. Because anything will cost me money now, right now, they avoid them. So they hear you too, Baba. Because you know, say if they hear you like this for Lagos, it will cost money. So, but you don't really cost money. Once they say, Baba, you said do more, or else you go pay.
Yes. Yes, Baba. This is a bad day.
You don't say. Thank you.
Yes, Baba. Moku run enter the show. You know.
That's right. Please.
It's getting interesting, honestly, Baba. First of all, I want to touch about this Edo matter. Their police. You know, some time ago, I told you that one of my friends was traveling. By that bypass, they kidnapped the guy, run him into the bush, delay him almost 7 hours. It was dark already. After all those delays, they ransacked him. Every penny that he was traveling with, they took it away from him. They took it away from him. In fact, he was lucky that to escape there with his life.
Yeah.
You know, the kind of fear they put in him. So, in fact, I'm telling you authoritatively that I will say that all the armed robbers that they recruited during Balogu time, Operation Fire for Fire.
Fire for Fire.
Yeah. Majority of them, they do them post up. Edo, the kind of criminal police where they never see. I don't encounter
like
them.
Too much. Most of the videos, see, when you see videos, or if you see 10 videos online of police extorting people, shooting people, or brutalizing people, out of that 10, not exaggerating, 4 of them were from Edo State alone.
Baba, na
like a ratio 4 to 1.
Now, Moroba, we are uniform. We are uniform officially. They rob people, they kidnap people. That Nigeria, my brother. You see, we were there, they shout.
No happened to you.
I'm telling you, we were there, they shout. They tell people, say, Nigeria, you cannot defend yourself inside there. You can only defend yourself inside your own nation. Because Nigeria don't cast. It don't cast state. Eh? So, Baba, that is one. Number two, we say, you see this Boko Haram issue and this swap. The Fulani herdsmen.
Right.
Baba, this their drone where they talk. That first caller where talk. He get part where they very scary. That part we say that drone, if they come, they see him. Is invisible. Baba, now they tell you. Now the information where they grab that drone, if they come like this, now invisible, you don't go see him. You don't feel tracker. You see him?
Until when he hits you, you go to say something hits you. If you survive that.
I'm telling you, like spirit. Eh? You see, then they play with fire for that country. You know, say they don't bring a name. United Arab Emirates don't bring the name of 400 and something people that are sponsoring terrorism in Nigeria. Abi, that list till today, Buhari killed that list. Why? Because the people will be say their names they there. All of them they inside the government.
That's right.
They be governors, they be senators, they be local government chairman. Even one, I think from one police commissioner from Zamfara mentioned, come publicly announce and say name of senator among those who are into this bandit.
Yeah, they were fingered in sponsoring of terrorism in northern part of Nigeria. I remember, Prince.
But that one that the police saw officially, they're by them own police. Have you seen any one of them tried? Have you seen any one of them appear in any court?
No.
No. So that one, the one where they happen for homo, the one where happen international, that 400 and something names, where we say that then the government is completely aware of whom those people are. Turumbu himself is aware of all those things because as he go enter office, they will give us security details of everything. Go to past, present, and the one where he was
expected, I believe.
Yes, they gave him, so he is aware of those people. You understand? But deliberately they keep quiet. They kept quiet because of the political correctness. Here, yesterday, they were asking about cows on the road of Abuja. It was babbling. He don't know what to say. You understand? Because him also political. All those people that are into all this, they are all terrorists. That's why they are afraid to talk. But I don't know where they think say the country will end with this kind of they are silent. Or inaction, where the country will end at the end of the day. Are you getting me?
I'm with you.
My ego, they say when they kidnap on Nane Kanu, herdsmen kidnap on Nane Kanu, give on to Nigeria. Britain won them. Even Nigeria won them. Say, look, we know the fight of Boko Haram is still there on our neck. No go create another fight for us. You understand? That's why Buhari no payam. Hence, men they are good at paying, and they go say nothing go happen. You know, so that is a mission from Sokoto. Now they want to conquer everywhere. Amayegu, it is too late. It's only the hard way, and I remain now. God bless you.
And you too.
God bless
the praise. Thank you so much.
Baba,
let me take another one.
Finally, Baba, they invite you officially. For our 30th is around the corner, and everyone on Temple of Truth.
30 years.
I'm announcing it. Biafra Independent Day. It's going to be hella this year.
I have been attending now for quite some time, and indeed, anyway, we shall see.
God bless you, Baba.
That's Prince JJ, man. So I have another caller on the line. My caller, please hang in there for me for a second, though, please. So again, I am reminding us that as we are almost rounding up now, okay, we only have just about half an hour or so to go, okay? If you haven't really liked the broadcast, this may be your chance. Please use it, okay? And here is my caller. Hello.
My good general.
Yes, sir. Baba.
Yeah, I'm a first-time caller, Super Mo.
Super Mo. I think I have seen that name in that other YouTube especially, right? So, as a first-time caller, this is how we welcome you. Baba, how are you, sir?
I'm fine, thank you. How is your family?
Well, we're surviving. Thank you so much for asking. Baba.
Thank God. Thank God. I wanted to piggyback on what the first caller said about kamikaze drone.
Yes, sir.
Kamikaze drones are made for as cheap as $300.
Really?
In Ukraine.
Wow.
They are supplied by Iran. They are designed specifically for one-time use. That is why it's so cheap. So all those successes that you see Ukraine making with drones is that as a result of using the kamikaze drones. So when Biden was giving him 60 million every week, you can buy it for as low as 300. It goes up all the way to 80,000.
Wow.
But then it depends on what you want.
So no wonder that my father said that it could be in the air for like hours before it's finally deployed.
Yes.
Wow.
So, and Prince JJ Man, you just drop off with Prince JJ Man now.
Yes.
The drones can be sighted. The only issue is that it can be seen very well. The only issue is they come in droves. So sometimes they can send 200, 300, 500. Now, no matter how the technology be, like in Israel where they have the dome, and other countries like America, 1 or 2 or 3 or 5 or 10 will penetrate.
So, will pass through.
Yeah.
Right.
And when it penetrates, it can cause damage. So all the successes you hear say Zelensky they make is as a result of kamikaze drones. That is why you see Houthis are using it as well, and everybody is. Just yesterday, or some days ago, Trump acknowledged, say, okay, Houthis, we want peace. Even though he didn't say it directly like that, but that's what he meant. Because they almost bombed a whole American carrier, USS Truman, that was fighting in that Red Sea region. And one thing now where I want to point out, we say, all this will not general. As I'm talking to you now, my boss is not general. Retired.
And thanks for your service. Because I mean, somebody like yourself, the way you speak, I
not even me. Now my papa be the general.
Oh, it's your dad, right? Okay,
great. No me, I go and
somebody like that now. Talking about your old man, right? You can easily point out his record. They call it what they call that thing again? How many tour he's been to or something like that? You can easily tell.
In fact, he's in the Navy. He was in the Navy. He was a logistics officer. Let me keep it like that.
You get that? Okay. So fair enough.
So,
Nigerian generals, they know they fight anything. They just award the promotion to themselves.
I won't say they know they fight. I want to point you to somebody too. I want me you watch her maybe at your free time, and then you can add it for us on the show tomorrow.
Okay.
There was just a mission. There was a mission. There was a man called Major General Ali Kefi.
Yes.
I don't know if you've heard that name before. He was the one talking about how Tahiru was killed and so on. A couple of days ago, he had an interview with Arise, and he was telling Charles on prime time. I was telling Charles how he was thrown out of the army, a major general now. What made him to be thrown out of the army? He was in charge of an operation called Operation Service Wide. Operation Service Wide, they successfully caught
the real head of Boko Haram, as he said, that is not even a Nigerian, but is just around Nigeria, and 5 other people, so making them 6. He was talking directly to Boko Haram, as you call it, directly to him.
Like
after the arrest and they were
directly to Boko Haram, or is saying that direct. Okay, go on.
So no channel. He doesn't need to call the chief of army staff. That time, I believe it was this Yahaya or whatever his name was. Now, after the arrest, of course, you know the Nigerian army cannot prosecute.
That's right.
So, Attorney General was Attorney J. They are waiting for
the of Nigeria.
Yes. Next thing, he was invited. Military police invited into their headquarters, and he went there. And was what's the problem? They said because he used to be GOC of 1 division in Kaduna. So they said they made him GOC. They removed him as GOC. He did not hand over. And he was like, but the signal came at night. And I saw it on the 9th. I think it was August, if I'm not mistaken. I saw it on the 9th. So I handed over on the 10th. So because he's a major general, you know, say they no fear of handle him. So they told him to self-arrest himself. So he self-arrested himself. And then shortly after, you know, 1 or 2, he was thrown out of the army.
Wow.
He's one of the few
under Boko Haram, Abi.
It was under Boko Haram. The reason why about some of these people is because a lot of them have been killed. It's only a few of this man. This man I'm talking to you about took an RPG round almost to his head, which shattered his eardrum, one of his eardrums.
Oh dear.
But then when you ask them in the army, they'll tell you, oh, the man is mad. He has psychological problem. You know, the girls he's saying,
yes, and that.
Yes.
To that lady that was sexually assaulted by one of those guys.
Exactly. So the reason why, you know, they hear about some of these generals, they're not even allowed to come out and talk.
No.
Let me point you to another man, which I think you have played this clip, is Commodore Olawumi.
Yes.
DIA, former DIA, retired. You know, he was on channels a couple of years ago, also under Boko Haram. He said a lot of things to the extent that he was saying, the thing that is left is that they should eliminate me.
Yes.
You know, after the interview, DIA invited him, they spoke, he went there with Femi Falana as his lawyer, and the man is still working freely today. But a lot of them have been killed. That's the truth. So people like this man, we will come tell you, say, we have decimated the... I'm from Borno State, by the way.
Oh, bless you.
They have decimated, even though I grew up in Lagos, they have decimated Boko Haram. It's a lie. It's a lie. Let me give you a scenario where you go add 1 + 1, see whether it will give you 2. This same man, you remember when last 2 weeks or so, Giwa Barracks Amori was caught fire?
Yep.
Just a couple of days later, Boko Haram attacked another base somewhere.
Yeah.
And they attacked the armory and they carted away with all the armory.
A lot.
Yes. So let me just leave the scenario. Does that look like a swap?
Well, I mean, you know, before now, right? When we used to, when we used to sort of like expose some of whatever was going on in this their military back then, if you remember. So all you have to do is just put some 1 and 2 together.
1 and 2 together, you get the answer.
Nigerian army is, no matter how we see them, right, today, Nigerian army was actually like a competent army before they decided to compromise them. It doesn't mean that they still don't have the capacity to crush these terrorists, but because they have been compromised from within. So what they have been doing was like, it's like they are sitting duck, Baba. It's like they will sit duck. The terrorists will come, shoot at them. Some of them will run. The terrorists will pack all the weapons they can pack, burn the rest of the place, and go away. And there will be no fight back, no nothing. Nigerian army.
Nothing. I'm from a long line of soldiers. My uncles are fought in Liberia, Sierra Leone. You know, by God's grace,
I can't imagine what some of them are just looking at and be like, is that the same army they were in? Like
there was the uncle of mine that used to. There was the uncle of mine that used to live with us when Boko Haram started. I remember him very well with one of his friends.
Right.
They were fuming at the mouth because they just came back from Liberia.
Oh dear.
My uncle go
This is
Liberia,
what we
so
want
say
to
he get
count
them for
on
Liberia.
of that stuff, but no.
Yeah, all these people, they are all involved. Now, I want to play something here as a new caller, in first time caller, but I don't they watch you
Well,
now.
I've given you the privilege enough. You've actually had enough stretch, but I love it. Go on, Baba.
Yes, I want to become. I'm not a. Let me not officially say I'm a security expert.
Okay.
But I want to assign myself to Mayegun General as your official security expert.
See, from from the interaction we have had so far, I bet you are going to be an incredible, outstanding security advisor. So you should be on standby so that I
Every
can even
night.
add you
I
to
set alarm. This night, I set alarm to wake up and watch your show.
God bless you. Now, what you do for me is this, right? I'll be calling on you every now and then, the big Mo, okay? I'll be like, Mo, where are you? Somebody is here challenge, and once you call in, you can always shed light on them. So I appreciate that, Baba. Thank you so much.
No wahala, Baba.
Bless you. Stay safe now, eh?
All right, Baba.
So that's a mode, from Borno, but he's not calling from Borno, so I won't tell you where he's calling from. But of course, he is from Borno. Then we have the first lady in the house this evening, or is it this night? That is a charm.
Good evening, my God.
Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine. I don't know if I can follow up with this your call-out. I'm not very knowledgeable when it comes to all this military, kamikaze, this and that, and the other.
You know what? You know something, Charm? You tell me that somehow you are not glued, your eyes, your ears to what that person is saying when they started talking about all those weapons and all that. Those are military guys. Tell me you are not like, oh my God, right? Like, imagine it and play what it is like in your head as you were saying it, like, okay, 100,
let me tell you,
500.
Let me tell you something, right? Yeah. I was listening to these guys and all I could think was, pardon my French, but we are fucked.
Tell me about it. You know, especially my first caller that spoke about the distance that their drone can actually cover. And I'm like, oh man, they've covered all Nigeria now.
Oh my goodness.
Whenever they decided to just show us or give us sample, they can send drone to anywhere. Terrorists too. Terrorists too.
It's unbelievable. I mean, I'm listening to all these guys and I'm thinking, gosh, we are screwed. I'm not even sure, like Prince Jajaman was saying, initially, I think Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wanted to do it the easy way of, let's do the referendum, let's all agree to, what's the way forward with regards to this particular region, right? But listening to all of these guys talking about the weaponry and everything, I'm not sure we have that option anymore. It seems like President Gentleman is saying we're probably going to have to do it the hard way. So if people feel like they are not, that they don't want to put themselves out there, listen, we are getting to the point where we will have no choice. Do you understand what I'm saying? Because clearly, calling on a government, a criminal government, to come and do the right thing, which is another thing that Prince Jejeman pointed out. People keep talking about, where we're appealing to the government, like the soldier guy that you showed, he played his clip earlier on, talking about appealing to, what's his name, appealing to Bola Ahmed Tinubu to come and do the right thing. Think about your legacy and everything. I said, you're appealing to a criminal. He's not going to do anything, right? Because a man is in authority doesn't mean that he has the capacity. That is a criminal right there, and that is a tool of the CIA right there. So whatever is playing out in Nigeria as it is exactly the way they want it to be for some reason. Remember, we were talking yesterday, and I was saying that I don't think it's just our resources that they want to take. They want to ensure that there is no cohesion across the continent. Right? Because as long as there's no cohesion amongst the tribes and across the continent, right, we will consistently be fighting each other whilst, they'll keep on getting the things that they want. Exactly. As opposed to, if there's cohesion across the board, if we speak as one voice and as one people with the interest of Africans, like let's say Africans by Africans for Africans, and we use that kind of voice, right, with every external force who is not African, it will be very hard for them to, to do the kind of things that they got away with in the Sahel region. You talked about this yesterday when you talked about how they take the uranium, or I think the resources there, that is valued at X amount, and then exactly, and they give them a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of the cost of the value of that thing, right? Leaving the people impoverished, and underdeveloped on purpose, right? Now, everything that we're seeing here with, everything that these guys have talked about, the military capability of this, what they call it, this Boko Haram, or this insurgents that we have in Nigeria, right? ASWAP and co. Listen, let us tell ourselves the truth, right? These people are not alone.
They are not.
They are not alone, and they are not working alone, and they do not have, even if they have the weaponry, they do not have the intelligence. Let us tell ourselves the truth. Let us be clear that the people who are behind them...
Sophisticated weapons. See, today, right? I'll show you a video before you continue, for the sake of this chat, okay, Cham? See this video I'm about to show you, right? Is how the Islamists, they call them JIMN, right? They are like the ISWAP that we have in Nigeria and West Africa, okay? And in the last 2 weeks, the level of their coordinated attacks in some towns and cities in Burkina Faso, right, is unbelievable, right? The same way they've been attacking military bases, killing the military soldiers in Nigeria, they have been doing the same exactly in Burkina Faso. And then you are the mode of operation will tell you that, how did these ragtag terrorists able to afford acquire this kind of sophisticated weapon, this level of sophistry, right? Let me show you this, please, before we continue.
Allahu Akbar. Yabaga urji. Yabaga urji. Yabaga urji. Bongo, audi no na, bongo, adadi, bongo mana, bongo. Aga pullo na, min pullo, ayo de ken wade audi ma. Mi joy wando fi be fulbe. Barki Allah. Wattu do joy ma. Bongo. Allah akbar. Allah akbar. Allah wodi. Jadi hande ka on burra ke der jabaga jadi hande ka hal biya on burra ke der jabaga ay dur man ko sori ki wa ina ni balle burra ko kota ani do he ani do ni to kanjari ta jadi hande kanjari angodo sakide alhamdulillah.
Ragtag criminals.
Right? This is the ragtag people, criminals who are...
You saw there is actually a prison break. They took, they attacked the city, and then they went straight to the prison to free some of their colleagues locked up there. And it's been so coordinated that it's so, symmetrical, or should I say, like it's like one after the other. And I mean, like you said, the weapons in
this is why I keep saying these people are not working alone.
They are not.
These people are not working alone. They definitely have, whether we want to tell ourselves the truth, they definitely have Western backers. And if it's not the West, as long as what they call it, Tinubu started this unholy relationship with France. Right? Bear in mind that France has been in the Sahel region. This is the same tactic that they employed in Burkina Faso and all of those, and all of that that particular Sahel region, to keep them underdeveloped, to keep them busy with all of this, insurgents and everything. This is the same tactic that they are employing here in Nigeria, and it's unfortunate. That we have leadership or rulerships who are in power who do not have any interest, and like I said, it is part of their plan, right? Now, people don't understand that the CIA, they don't do things, they play the long game, right? In that Tinubu was a plan from way back. right? He wasn't somebody that they just, picked like in the last 10 years. This was a plan. This was a long game that they played a while back for this particular season, right? What they really want to see out of Africa, out of Nigeria, right? I'm still not clear. But as long as they keep us the way that we are, right, we're never going to move forward. And if we do not do the hard thing, and the hard thing is to fight. Now, Mayogo, because I want to, your last caller yesterday, right, because I want to address something, and I want you to help me, okay, so that the people on the platform can see where I'm coming from. Now, I don't have anything against Very Dark Man. Okay, and I'm sorry to take us back because this is what you showed us today. The things that is such a. I'm not sure I'm going to sleep all right today because I'm like, my goodness, we're in a hot mess. But I want us to go back to Very Dark Man. Now, I am not supporting impunity, but let us understand that the reason we have people like Very Dark Man is because we have allowed impunity and lawlessness to be the order of the day in Nigeria. Impunity and lawlessness gave birth to people like Very Dark Man. That is the reason why you say, okay, he's doing this for these people. Now, if you had a country that was, ruled by law, do you understand, where impunity didn't reign, then you wouldn't have the likes of Very Dark Man. I hope you understand where I'm coming from. Because, yes, you would not have people to advocate for you because, again, you have a system that works, that allows him who has no one to advocate for themselves and to get justice. Right. But that is what we don't have in Nigeria. Now, put that aside, okay? Please, when was Very Dark Man arrested, kidnapped? Let's call it a kidnap. When was he taken away by the EFCC, if you can recall?
Well, that would be last week.
Okay, so last week. So
last week, Friday. Oh, hang on. I think it's like time goes so fast. But I want to say last week, Friday, because I remember it was it Friday? It was Friday.
Okay, so let's say it was last week Friday because I want people to follow this time frame.
When was it released? Today is Wednesday, right? It was released last week Tuesday. No, it's been 2 weeks now. Not the last one. 2 weeks now. Go on.
It's been 2 weeks since he was. Okay, so he was detained or taken away on Friday, and the following week. Okay, so the following week Wednesday he was released, right? Okay, so I want you to follow this time frame and tell me what is wrong with this picture. Very Dark Man was taken away on Friday. His brother came on air to say that Very Dark Man was beaten. I saw that on your show. He talked about how he was beaten and his mom was beaten. Yeah. Pack that aside. Okay, so they took away Very Dark Man on Friday. Now, when did the protest happen? The protest happened
on Monday.
On Monday. Yeah. So you had Monday last week. So you had what they call the Saturday, Sunday, right? And then you had Monday, you had a protest. Now, that protest happened in how many states? And I think you showed about 3 states.
It happened. We saw that of Abuja. We saw the one in the Port Harcourt, which is this. Then we saw one in Lagos, I think.
In Lagos.
So then,
okay.
Yeah, maybe a few other places like that as well. Yeah. Go on.
Okay. For the key ones you showed, so Lagos, Port Harcourt, Abuja. 3 states.
That's right.
3 different protests. Again, no police, nothing to stop those protests. Juxtapose that with Dele Farotimi and see what the difference is. Now, another thing you need to pinpoint. I want your temple I want to draw the attention to. Did you see all the flyers, all the whatever that was printed to free Very Dark Man, right? All of this was not done in 1 state. It was done in 3 states, in 3 different, and even more. So let me tell you what is wrong with this picture.
Right.
2 days, that level of organization, that level of planning, and the money and the resources that it had to have taken to have done those kind of things. I'm sorry, Maego, there's nothing you can tell me.
Right.
There is nothing you can tell me. If you say, okay, what is he distracting us from? Let me tell you what he's distracting us from. Okay? Nigerians are always looking for a savior, and that's the problem we have with religion. We're always looking for somebody to save us. We're looking for somebody to do it for us. What they call it, to save you. Peter Obi ran for presidency in 2023, right? He won, as far as we know, right? Everyone was waiting for Peter Obi to do what? Tell us to go out there so that we can fight for the votes, our own votes, our votes. Peter Obi had only 1 vote, right? Now, if you are not somebody that wants to partake and you're not looking for a savior, you have your own vote. Why don't you organize yourself? Stop looking for who will tell you what you need to do. That is why we're here, where we are today, that impunity, that lawlessness, because we're always looking for a savior. Now you want to crown Very Dark Man as your savior. Very Dark Man is not anybody's savior. Nothing you can tell me, because that level of planning and resources that went into that particular protest and everything, and there was no, no police, no nothing to push them back. Remember, you've already had something like, NSAS and everything. See how that went down. All of these things happen coordinated in the same place with the same talking points. You people have to understand when you are being sold. Do you understand? When somebody is selling you something, selling you a character.
Cham, I like how you have put it. Do you get that now? But the thing is, I was expecting you to tell us what it distracted us from, but you didn't.
Okay, yeah, listen, this is what it distracted us from, right? Instead of us to fight for the freedom of Very Dark Man, which is okay. We should be fighting because of what happened to him. We should be fighting to end the impunity, because guess what? If we do not end that impunity and that lawlessness, it will still meet us at our doorstep.
But the thing is, right? The thing is, for example, right, people who are looking for reasons to be angry, right? Some said that the protest shouldn't just be for individual; it should be collective on, people who have suffered the impunity and all of that stuff. But it doesn't really work that way, Cham, right? Like your theory, I'm not saying maybe because it is not in my place, okay, to poke your theory. But I just want you to possibly use that same theory to maybe pick on other things that you might have left out, okay? So if people are looking for something to get mad, right? What Seyi Tinubu did around that time is enough to get people mad. And it was around the time that they kidnapped or abducted Very Dark Man. Do you get that now? But the thing is, people are looking for savior. I agree with you. At the same time, a lot of us are just looking for excuses why we are not out there. Do you understand now? And for those ones who are out there, they are also giving excuses or the reasons why they are out there. Now, you see, the whole thing that is not really matching makes a lot of us disappointed in our expectation of others. So at the same time, right, I don't really think, it did distract us enough to make people, because people are not really interested in fighting. I don't know if you have seen it that way. Right? People are only giving reasons why they don't want to. Oh yeah.
I understand where you're coming from. I understand what you're saying. That maybe us using the word distraction might be a very strong word, because
the reason why I am not comfortable with that per se is because it is like giving too much credit, right? To someone who ordinarily, in the scheme of things, right, is not that influential. Sure, you get that? Oh, we are angry right now. Oh, we are angry. Oh, man, this government, we must show this government, this and that. Then, boom, they picked him up. And somehow, all of us just now suddenly feel like, oh, we are not angry at the government anymore. We are just angry because they took him. I don't think he is that. We are like ascribing this. Well, that would be my.
We're giving you feel like we're giving him more.
Too much kind of credit. Is riding on it. So I have to give that to him. Sure, you get like he's really swimming through it right now. But the thing is that our people are not angry enough with the system to be distracted by anybody. It's my own theory, Cham.
Well, listen, I understand.
Yours, right? I'm just saying.
No. For me, I feel like the planning was too, for the short time that he was there and all of that.
Well, you don't know. You haven't seen Nigerians when they are doing their BBN, Big Brother Nigeria. That's why you will know that.
I don't know.
You should be worried about the highest concentration of foolish people in large numbers. Nigerians,
well, that's my own opinion, and I feel like at the end of the day,
let me hear from another caller too. Okay, thank you so much.
All right, no worries. No worries. All right.
I love that. Bless you. So I have emoji. Now, a lot of people may agree with Chamo. I'm not discrediting your theory, But I'm just saying that if you go that path, right, you may be leaving out some other details too. So you get now, just because you want to have this pre-conclusive conclusion, or should I say pre-conclusive? Like, you get what I mean now, right? Because if we look at it that way, then there are some other factors that you also have to kind of factor in, and then it will start not adding up again. I say, it's not adding up. I don't know what emoji feels though. Emoji.
Good evening, bro.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Yeah, thank you so much. I'm fine. Yes. I have seen that we just have short time. I have to make my own shot because because of something yesterday.
The link is also like on the radar right now. She won't forgive me again if I don't speak.
Yeah, I just want to put one thing in what Cham said. Cham, God bless you for picking that thing out because I tried to talk about this, but I don't want to go in deep because had it been Nigeria is a working place. These kind of people, all the bloggers that have been on Facebook raising money for the sick, all these things, they will not come out. We will not see them, you know, because since I've been in abroad, I've not seen anybody raising money for little people, except people that doesn't have anything to do, like normal just for good, not for sickness or something, or taking for law for what that guy is doing. But I want to tell you what that guy, the distraction. Tell me, he didn't make mistake using that word. There's a distraction there. That time, you remember, that was the time Sheyi Tinubu was on the lips of everybody. Because and even the top officials were saying that Nigeria had never had it before. A president's son to be so relevant on everything about the nation. So she was the first person with the NASA president, the fake NASA president. You know that time they arrested this guy and they took away everybody's face from it. That was the time they arrested that guy. Now, after everything, we now heard that these guys they're trying to prosecute this guy. Now they're trying to bring him to court. And he has apologized, all these things. But this is what I want to say. What I want to say is that I've never been scared about Nigeria before, you know. But what I saw on drone view from Burkina Faso, from the terrorists, I begin to
the terrorists that
I begin to worry about Nigeria, because I saw the effort Burkina Faso president is putting on as army man, as a young guy. I saw the effort and the money he's putting there, and these people are still many like that. Well, look at Nigeria now; they are not even raising a finger. No. So now these guys are now comfortable in Nigeria. They are now killing armies the way they want. They are now getting military drone, to arm drone, all these things. That means this is a very serious issue. So what I want to say is that let everybody that is Nigerian army, if you are Nigerian army, if you're police or whatever, and this helicopter issue that happened, and Nigerian police said that was right, that thing was right. They are doing their.
They said it was there. So now security exercise. I'm like,
I'm full-time Igbo man, and also partially in Nigeria, because by accident, but I'm not in Nigeria. All these southwest, middle belt, that are in police and army of Nigeria, it's time to remove that boot and that shirt and keep for them there. Except you want to be dying like fowl. Leave that in, because this is pure conspiracy, and they are blocking it. Where is the Tucano jet? Where are all those things? Just remove your shirt and put it away. Then southwest, southeast governors, they should buckle up. There is war in Nigeria. They should protect their people, except they want to pack money and die, like Mobutu Sese Seko that built a mansion in the forest. Now it's worthless. To get that money, buckle up. All those our brothers that are building houses, dirty December, throwing money everywhere. They should save that money because there's a war is coming, because that house, you will not live in that house. And even if you have your life talking about house, so there is war coming. Everyone should buckle up. This is not child's play. My Gumi, where is Gumi? He's not talking again. He's one of the chief sponsors. Thank you so much, my.
God bless you, the MOG. Thank you so much as well for your time. Our time is fast spent now. Again, I am so sorry to those of you who are unable to get through, right? And we just have to shift it to another time again. So thank you. Thank you. You're all far too kind. The commenters, the callers, the sharers, the likers, the super chatters, everyone that's been part of this conversation this evening. Thank you. I'm going to see you again tomorrow, of course. And we can continue from there. But for now, I'm going to say good night. Mami Flora, good night, ma. And I shall see all of us again tomorrow. Angelic, don't worry, I'm a sorrow, ma. We'll talk. It's just that the time is completely out of space now. So good night.
Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun làwa mọ̀ làmọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun ti dé o ọ̀rẹ́ ara yìí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Lórí Facebook, lórí YouTube. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Gbogbo bó ṣe ń lọ ni Mayegun já wa sí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àṣírí ọ̀jẹ̀lú kì í bò níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Bó bá ṣe eré àní Mayegun máa wí. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ó sì tún ṣe eré wàá gbọ́ níbẹ̀ o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Mayegun dayari dayari politico. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Godfatherism kò sí lọ́rọ̀ Mayegun. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Ẹ farabalẹ̀ sẹ́ o kẹgọ́rọ̀ lẹ́nu o. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní Mayegun làwa mọ̀ tó dòdòdò. Mayegun dayari Mayegun number one. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí Facebook. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Lórí YouTube. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bọ́ bàbá gbé wúrẹ́. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bíjó ìgbádìyẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí pẹ̀sìdó bá rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Bí gómìnà kówó jẹ. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọlọ́pàá ti ń darí bá. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Aṣòfin tí ń rúfin o. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Òpùrọ́ olóṣèlú. Mayegun máa wí. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Àní ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Mayegun ti dé. Mayegun ti dé. Gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò ní fi wọ́n níran.
Wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ o Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ wọ́n fowó bẹ́ẹ̀ Máyégún ó sọ pé wọ́n ò bẹ́ẹ̀ oníkanṣá ti ṣe èyí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe fáwọn ará ìlú tó gbé wọn débẹ̀ o ayé.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ kì máa yí ṣeré ọ̀rọ̀ yìí kì í ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ ẹni bá ti lè lẹ́bọ̀ lẹ́rù o ọmọ bá dèrò kàṣà ìtú wọn síta.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.
Tẹnitẹni ọmọ Máyégún ọ̀rẹ́ ara ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni mo fọlọ́run ṣọ́ ẹ̀ bá kìlẹ́bù lóòótọ́ olódodo ìlú ọ̀tá ìlú mọ̀mọ́ ni ìwọ ṣá máa ń ṣọ́ra kò sì mọ́ bẹ̀rù bọ́tà ń lè rí bóníṣègùn lé káwọn mọ̀mọ́ fi ṣera wọn ni ó ti dẹrùn tí wọn ò gbọ́dọ̀ sì mọ́ bẹ̀. Èèpo ọ̀bọ lọmọ bá dérò tàjẹ́ ò gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ ó ti dọba lórí àbínú ẹni kò sì mọ́ bùyà àìsíwọ̀lú ní ẹnìkẹ́ ìgbódì ẹyin lábàrá o ó kó ẹni tó bá dán o àkàmù. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì o ẹni bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dèrò òní fi wọ́n níran o.
Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì. Máyégún ti dé gbogbo ọ̀jẹ̀lú ẹ̀sùn ràkì ṣùgbọ́n ní bá ti ṣe yìí tó yẹ kí wọ́n ṣe ọmọ bá dẹ́rọ̀ òní fi wọ́n níran.